Dementia units are tough places to live in. You need a lot of emotional stamina to build up your resilience to be able to cope to living in such a place 24/7. And respite goes a long way to be able to help build up this resilience. So respite, let's take mini respite. Okay, so especially for when the resident or the person first comes into a dementia facility, daily walks. Daily walks are essential. They're so needed for a break, to be able to get outside in the sunshine and walk. And people that can get these daily walks do so much better in terms of being able to build up their coping mechanisms and being able to stand or accept or assimilate living in such a place. Then, of course, moderate respite is good. That is taking the dementia resident out for a trip in the car, out to the cafe, to the park, to the beach, for a nice trip out in the sunshine, exercise, company, and having, again, a longer break rather than just a walk outside in the village grounds, which is what the mini respite is. This moderate respite enables them to actually get outside amongst the world again and be part of it like they have been before they came into the facility. And this actually helps with resilience. Some people think that once a person is in a dementia facility or advice is given, that it's just best to keep them there or stay there because once they're out, they won't want to come back in again. Maybe the case if a person's at high level anger stage, but for most people, they appreciate being able to get out. By far the majority appreciate being able to get out and have a break and, see people and enjoy the outside world. And that enables them when they come back with a fresh perspective, their spirits are buoyed up, they feel supported and loved, something's been given back to them, and they're in a position to be able to manage for, a length of time after that, rather than sort of be worn down with the routine and the demands of living in a dementia unit. Now, the good respite, and I think that this respite is one of the best respites out in terms of manageability and effectiveness, the good respite. That is taking the dementia resident out for half a day home. Not their home, their old home. There could, of course, be sad memories attached to that they've had to leave it, but your home. So if you're the daughter, taking mum out, say, each Sunday afternoon for half a day, perfect. Maybe the same routine that you've had lifelong or for many years. She's come for Sunday lunch and stays for the afternoon watching TV, seeing the grandkids, having some afternoon tea, a chat, maybe a bit of a sleep. That's it. Half a day at home is a wonderful way to be able to give respite to a dementia resident, especially if it's regular, especially if they know each Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, say, you're coming to take them out for half the day. They can look forward to that. It enables them to keep that stamina and strength to be able to endure what often is a very, very challenging place to live in for the rest of the week. And they know when they come home with you, they can relax. It'll be quiet, or at least quieter than a dementia unit. No demands are made of them. They don't have to do this or do that. They can lie back in the chair and have a lovely time, have a cup of tea and conversation. And it's really quite a low-key effort in terms of the enormous positive effect it has. I mean, you're not having to do lots of driving or take out lots of time. You can still continue with your activities at home for that half day if you've got someone else, say you're a teenage grandchild, to sit with the grandmother, and they can just be doing what they're doing in the same room. It's not like high attentiveness needed. Whereas if you take them out to the cafe or the park, it's definitely one-on-one or two-on-one on many occasions. If you go out to have lunch at a cafe, lovely as it is, you really need one person each side, or at least one person arm in arm holding them, and then another person there for when you go and pay the bill or go to the bathroom or something. You can't leave the person by themselves. So, you know, it's high manpower and quite a lot of focus and energy needed. Whereas if it's at home, it's much easier, you know, especially if there's one or two others at home that can help out and look out for Granny, and you can carry on with your tasks. Now, the other one is the best respite, or the big respite, of course, is overnight stays. Now, I'll do another video on that because that's a lot more involved. It can be done in certain circumstances, but there's a bit more detail to it. So I'll do another video on that. But at least the mini respites, daily walks, that's the standard, really, especially when the person first goes into a dementia unit. Daily walks, even if it's just in the village grounds where the person's staying, 20-30 minutes if they're fit and active and able to walk, of course, being the case, then it's very important that they get that, really, for their emotional health, physical health, every type of psychological, everything's, you know, it's really important. So these two books I've written about these topics, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit and both on Amazon. Thank you for your looks, your subscriptions and your likes. Thanks.